Good evening traders, it's Simon at Kairos Capital Markets with the weekly review of Aussie dollar and pound yen. So this week we're going to start with the DXY again, the weekly chart, purely because I said to you a couple of weeks ago, if you're buying the dollar you're silly, you're on the wrong side of the trade. Now this week if you're selling the dollar you are on the wrong side of the trade. Let me explain why. So this is the DXY here. You're going to say you've got a triple bottom, 1, 2, 3, could say quad bottom there, but it's in the zone altogether. You're at the weekly 200 EMA and you put a nice low test doji in there. That's very, very nice to see. So normally you'll see some form of price action change on the lower time frames. In this case it's a daily, and here we can safely say we've got a nice bullish engulfing candle, and I'm pretty sure you draw this trend line, it'll be around there somewhere like that there you go. You have a nice trend line there as well, you do, which would be good on the intraday. So we can safely say we had a trend change there, which is nice to see. We'll show that on the 4-hour chart just there quickly, and as you can see, a nice clean break, and now looking for a retest of the 4-hour 50 EMA, and this coincides with how the 4-hour 50 EMA has actually kept this trade as the way it is. So I'm happy there for the dollar to go stronger now, at least this week, and that's what I'm looking for there. So how does that represent itself into Aussie dollar? So on Aussie dollar, personally myself, you could take this trade here at the weekly chart, no problem at all. It's a little 1.8% trade roughly. All it entails is just entering now, putting your stop above this candle here on the weekly chart, because the weekly has the key level. It's got tweezers, deceleration, weekly 200 EMA, and it's got the RSI sitting around about 91 to 95 there. So for me personally, 5 areas of confidence factors on the weekly chart. Beautiful trade to take. Now if you remember rightly, in the beginning of the last week's video, I wanted to see a double top pattern happen on the intraday of Aussie dollar, and there is your double top pattern. You could also say this is a head and shoulder pattern forming. So this area here is the left shoulder, a double head on there, and you've got a right shoulder forming around about here somewhere. Personally myself, like I said, the value there is good to enter as it is, but that's what you're looking for. If however you want to see a breakdown of this completely, you can enter the price, for example, can come down to there, price, and then come back up to there, and what you do is get a nice little test this area somewhere, enter around about there, put your stop above the right shoulder, and you can get in for a 1.9% trade there roughly. So almost the same kind of style of trading, a little bit higher probability there as well, just patience to wait. That's not too bad there, so I quite like that. So Aussie dollar this week I think is almost ready to sell properly. My only concern would be this chart here, the daily chart. We've not got any real bearish price action as such. There's no double top patterns here, it's all intraday, so it's a bit messy here. So if you do see the head and shoulder pattern forming on the 4-hour chart, I'll then say not to worry about it. If however it doesn't and comes back up, testing 80 again will be very, very likely, and that's why I want my stop way above 80, because so I go back here, some people say, oh, you can put your stop just above the recent highs here, and if I show that means, just say you take an order there and you put your stop above recent highs, you're not covered at all by 88, because 80 is there, and if it comes back up you're out straight away. So if you put your stop above there, you're covered. That's the difference there. So that's what I'll be looking for, something like that there. So I'm happy with that one for the moment. So pound yen next. So pound yen again, I was concerned about at the time the way these candles here were forming, and I said this could be a lower high on intraday charts. And if you look at the 4-hour chart here, was looking there, it did put a higher low in, which is nice, put a little mini higher high, so it started the trend change and crashed back down again. So now we're at the 144.2 area, and what I'm looking for now again is some nice solid price action here, some good price action. I'll show you what I mean by that. Here's the 1-hour chart. This is what I'm looking for. If we get this kind of pattern, this kind of test and everything else here, to me that's a double bottom pattern with multiple tests of it, and I'd happy to take that long from there once you start having the trend change on the 1-hour chart. So on the trend change, something like if this happened here, so test up, come down, put a higher low in here and start breaking up to the upside, but happens here, I'd happily take that, no problem at all. So that's what I'm looking for there. On the last pair, I just want to refer you back to Euro Aussie, just so you understand the accuracy of things. I did highlight this kind of bull flag. I also said 150 was in the way if you're going to take this long the other day. I believe that was Tuesday or Wednesday. If you look at the intraday as well, I know some of you may have taken it. Show you there. This is a trade I actually did take that one there on a much tighter time frame, but the actual trade itself was suggested here, and the target was this level here. I've always said 149.3 to 149.5 was the key area you want to get out at, and it's exactly what it did. So if you look back at the video from last week, you'll see what I highlighted here. I highlighted a 3% trade roughly, a break and retest of the triangle, and go on from there. So ideally, and the stop as well was actually 149.8 something, so the stop was also safe. How you just place an order. I didn't suggest you should place an order, but if you did, you still would have got in. Also, the entry point was actually round about there as well, so 144.8. there you go there. So like I said, 3% trade. That's what I actually highlighted last week in the video, which you can go back and view as well. So again, the accuracy of what we do here is very, very good. I hope you do learn things from these videos, and how we spot things. If you have any other suggestions for other charts for us to view next week now, obviously, then just put them in the comments below or something, and we'll go on from there. Okay guys, I hope you have a good week, and I will speak to you soon. Take care.